Hello everyone, this is a Notifier SGL-404 fire alarm control panel. The SGL-404 was a solid-state 4-zone conventional control panel that was first introduced in the late 1980s. It's a direct rebrand of the Firelight Miniscan 4024. The SGL-404 was designed for smaller facilities. It added additional features from its predecessors, such as supervisory zones, a new set of option modules, and walk test. So let's jump right into this. For this demonstration, we have 3 initiating devices and 1 signal. The initiating devices include a MBG10L pole station, a System Sensor 2400 smoke detector, and this button, which will be used to demonstrate the supervisory zone. The notification appliance is a System Sensor Mass 24M, set to 800 Hz. So let's start with a quick walk test. This is one of the earlier panels to introduce this feature, and it's very easy to enter and exit walk test. Just flip the switch, silence the trouble buzzer, and here we are. Unlike more modern panels, walk test on this panel is very fast. Just like that. That's it. When we're done, we can just flip the switch back up. Now let's demonstrate the system in full alarm. There's no signal coding, so the mass will just sound continuous. So here we go. Much like the older Miniscan panels, the system is silenced by disabling the zone that's in an alarm. There is no alarm silence switch. The disable switch on each of the zones simply isolates the zone from the system. It does not completely disable the alarm circuit. Now let's test the smoke detector with some canned smoke. Now both alarm zones have been isolated. Zone 3 is configured as a non-latching alarm circuit, which means as soon as the alarm condition is cleared, it resets automatically. So one way you can demonstrate this is with a coded pole station. This is just a simplex 4263-1 coded pole station, and this requires 2 hands. The coded pole station has completed its cycle, so now we can reset the system. We're back to normal. Now let's press the button. This will initiate a supervisory condition on the panel. It lights the supervisory LED and the alarm LED and sounds the panel's internal piezo. The mass won't sound in supervisory conditions. So, when the piezo sounds on a supervisory condition, it is non-silenceable. There's also a normally closed supervisory zone next to the Zone 4 terminals. When the circuit opens, it also initiates a supervisory condition as well. So that's it. The SGL-404 consists of a single complete circuit board, along with a transformer. On the left is the AC input with a circuit breaker, and on top are all the terminals for the 4 initiating zones, the normally closed supervisory zone, 2 non-coded signal circuits, an alarm relay, and auxiliary power. The operator interface consists of 8 different switches, 4 switches to disable each of the 4 zones, system reset, trouble silence, system test, which is just a drill switch, and walk test. Newer versions of the circuit board feature an additional terminal block for non-resettable power. The regulated side of the auxiliary power on the main board is resettable for 4-wire smoke detectors. On the right side of the board are 2 slots for optional modules. On the top right could be either an alarm trouble relay module, like this one, or a transmitter module, which features 3 reverse polarity circuits. Both of these modules contain a disconnect switch like this. On the bottom right is a slot for a zone relay module or an LED interface module. The zone relay module has 4 relays, 1 per zone, as well as a general alarm and general trouble relays. The LED interface provides outputs to power an RZA4 annunciator. There are additional connectors on both sides of the battery cable for an optional ammeter and voltmeter modules. Removing the outer faceplate shows the panel's internal piezo, as well as various jumpers that can be changed to make Zone 4 a supervisory zone instead of a general alarm zone. Each of the 4 initiating zones also has a diode, which can be cut to make it a non-latching circuit. So that concludes this overview of the Notifier SGL-404. These will be discontinued by the mid-1990s, but its design and layout will be replicated in its successors, like the SFP-400 and the SFP-2404. Nowadays, the SGL-404 is quite rare, more so than its firelight counterpart. So if you do happen to acquire one of these panels, you'll have one of the lesser-known small conventional control panels rebranded by Notifier. Despite its age, the SGL-404 is not without its merits. Both the SFP-400 and SFP-2404 are both microprocessor-based panels and are prone to CPU failures and other hardware defects. The SGL-404 in a solid-state design, while primitive, tends to be more reliable and sturdy. This panel is an example, as it is over 30 years old as of recording. In any case, if you have any questions or comments on the SGL-404, feel free to post them below. But until next time, have a nice day.